Go ahead. You have it first, Afia.
Characteristics?
Yes. Oh, and remember, her feet. Characteristics to be in the House and the Senate. Yeah, your group has it. Go ahead.
Minimum.
What? Go ahead, Afia.
Wait, characteristics of both?
Characteristics to hold office in the House and the Senate.
Minimum of 25 years old.
For which?
For the House.
House, go.
Must have lived in the U.S. for 7 years.
7 years citizenship in the U.S. House, go.
For the Senate, minimum of 30 years old.
30 years old, go.
There's 100 members.
Okay, there's 100 members of the Senate. I don't know that that's a characteristic, but we'll come back.
6-year term.
6-year term. Why? Okay, what's the House term?
The House term is 2 years.
2 years. What's the difference between the terms? And Keon, go ahead and get close to him. Yeah, go ahead.
Why?
Why is the House a 2 year? Why is the Senate? What's the difference between these terms? That's kind of an
every
important
2 years, it's an election / re-election for the House because
5, 4,
guys,
3, 2,
wait,
1. Anybody else? What's the difference between the 2 and the 6?
Oh, look at all those points.
Go ahead, zoom in on Big D, even if he doesn't answer. Remember, the House, every 2 years, the House, all 435 members of the House are going to be up for election so that it's set up to be the most responsive to the will of the people. For the Senate, it is 1/3, and then 2 years later, 1/3, and then 2 years later, 1/3. And the Senate is designed to slow down the process. They're trying to slow down the reaction to the popular will. The Senate does this, so keep that in mind. The age and the residency is lower in the House because the House is considered the lower house, the House of Representatives. The Senate is the upper house. They have higher requirements because they have different or maybe more powers. Go ahead, touch the House on this, and if y'all gave me the last correct answer, pick me a category. And Daniel, could you hit the light over there?
Wait, so how many points did you get?
You got 5. I'm keeping it up here, but go ahead, pick me a category.
Articles.
And everybody needs to answer. Articles for what?
5.
Articles for 5. Click it. Arizona.
Wait, I have to answer?
Anybody in your group? First hand I see has it next, but tell me the significance of Arizona. Oh, I ain't going to be giving out much bonus points, I don't think. Y'all can use notes. What was the significance of Arizona?
Like the story?
Yeah, the story.
You were talking about the papers, please?
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Papers, please, where they can stop anyone that they find suspicious.
When?
Like on the road.
What is it called, the police?
Stop and frisk.
It's not called stop and frisk. That's -5.
No,
Anybody else? That's -5. Anybody else? The story of Arizona.
Y'all lost by 5 points.
Uh-oh.
The story of Arizona. 5. Go ahead.
What are you doing?
Shh. Go ahead, Steph.
I'm afraid because I'm going to lose points.
Well, just get it right and you won't.
So they can stop anybody like that they found suspicious and just ask for documentation.
Can they stop anybody that they found, or is there something that it's called?
That fits the profile.
Oh,
It's called something.
what just probable like suspicion, like probable cause.
-5. Yeah, -5. -5. Your group, anything?
Wait, everybody had to have documentation with them at all times. I know.
That's true, but since you've already missed, I can't give you points because you can't answer again until the next one. In Arizona, if the police stop you in a lawful contact, meaning if they stop you in a traffic stop, if you call the police for help, these kinds of things, and they are lawfully talking to you, they can demand your papers. And if you don't submit these papers, if you don't have them, or maybe in your possession, or if you don't have them at all, ultimately they can remove you. Take a look back at that article dealing with things like the statistics, Arizona, discrimination, these kinds of things. And ultimately, firsthand I see, is that papers, please law legal?
Yes.
It is Thomas's group. It is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was upheld by the Supreme Court. Touch the House. Pick me a category. Gotta go.
Judiciary. 3.
Judiciary for 3. Order of discussion and order of the vote. I saw your hand first. You'll have it next. What is the order of discussion and what is the order of the vote in the Supreme Court?
I'll go after them.
-3.
Wait, what?
Go.
Order of discussion is seniority, so the older judge talks first, and then we're judge.
Is it the older judge that talks? Who always talks first?
The chief.
The chief judge is actually the one. 1, 2, 3. The chief talks first, and then
the newer newer judges talk last, but then the votes are in reverse.
1, 2, 3. So it starts in the discussion. The chief talks first, and then most seniority to least seniority. And then when it comes to order of the vote, who votes first?
The newer judges.
The newer judges. 1, 2, 3. And then ultimately, who always votes last?
The chief justice.
The chief justice does. 1, 2, 3.
Yo.
What's that?
They low-key just had 2 chances to answer.
Say what?
They low-key just had 2 chances to answer.
Yeah, dude, that's an L.
Because he answered wrong the first time, and then you re-asked the question and gave him another chance to answer it.
-3. Go ahead. Pick me a category. Pick me a category. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Articles for 2.
Articles for 2. Just all you can. Click it. Tiger Woods. You've got it first. I think you do have it second, but they only got it first because they opened it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Tiger Woods. Zoom in. Go get him. Go get him.
I made a racist statement in regards to Tiger Woods.
What did Tiger Woods actually do? He did something kind of important,
Yeah,
right?
he won, I believe, was it the PGA?
He won the U.S. Open +2. I'll go with you on that. So he won his first tournament, and what's the thing about winning this
He
tournament?
gets to pick the meal for the next...
You get to pick the meal for the next year's tournament. So now you're up to -4. And there was a golfer that got a little bit salty about this, right? Who was the golfer? 5, 4, 3, 2, -2. Go. Fuzzy Zeller was the one. Now you're down to -1. What did Fuzzy Zeller say?
He said, tell him not to bring
Damn
fried
collard
chicken or the
greens.
collard greens.
He said, and now go ahead, 1, 2, 3. Fuzzy Zeller said, tell him not to serve fried chicken or collard greens or,
Whatever they...
I remember
or, y'all have it, fried chicken, collard greens, or what did he call him?
Boy.
Little boy.
Naughty.
1, 2. What happened to Fuzzy Zeller's career after this?
It goes down.
Remember, they've got control. So what happened to his career? It went down. Yeah, thank you. I don't know how you came up with that answer. Yeah, it started going down because he said things that were examples of political incorrectness. Keep that in mind. Chapter 5's got a lot of political yes.
No, he's
Keon, focus on that.
I am.
Okay, anything else that you've got? 4, 3. He said, or whatever the hell else they eat. They being another one of those words. Go ahead, pick me a category. Y'all are now comfortably in second place.
I'm gonna do articles for 1.
Yeah, do articles for 1, I heard. What was the #1 reason Eddie Murphy was elected to Congress in that movie?
Name recognition.
Actually, I think it's you. I think it's
No, it's, you said we picked the.
you. List all you can. Open. And if it's
I have recognition.
wow, okay, so you're just giving them the answers. Thank you. Okay, now you're losing bonus points. Okay, I'll tell you when to click it if you're not sure. But I gotta hear it, okay? You're causing the game to be held up. Go ahead, click it.
Their name recognition.
Thank you, yeah, I know. That's -1 for him. Pick me a category, go. You're in last place, by far.
Congress for 4.
Congress for 4.
Professor Summer, can I join?
No, you're filming.
This
Bill
is
of
so
Attainder,
easy.
ex post facto law, first hand IC. You volunteered to film. We don't change
So
it once we
easy.
get started. Go.
Ex post facto is basically when
What does it literally mean, ex post facto?
literally it's like you can't be charged for something that a law that was made after you commit a quote crime because it wasn't a crime at the time.
Okay, so if we pass a law today, and today is the 4th,
Yeah,
and you did something on April
in the past, you can't
30th.
be charged with it because it wasn't a crime at the time.
Okay, so this law is a retroactive law.
Well, you can't make retroactive law.
Right, that's exactly where I'm kind of going with this. So you're up to -1. An ex post facto law, it literally means after the fact. What part of the Constitution says that you cannot make an ex post facto law? Anybody in the group? 5. Because it's incidentally the same part of the Constitution that says you can't pass Bill of Attainder. 4. You can use anything that you've got. 3. It's probably in the outline somewhere. 2. Damn, I've bought you as much time as I can. 1. First hand IC. What part of the Constitution? Go, Afia.
Article 1, Section 10.
Article 1, Section 10, -4. Golly. Y'all want this? 5, 4, 3,
Wait, can you say
2.
the
Are you sure?
Which part of Article
stop
1,
searching.
Section 9 gives the limits
Wow.
of powers of Congress? Article 1, Section 8 gives the actual powers. First hand I see, what is a bill of attainder? Go ahead. 5, 4.
An act of legislative finding a person guilty of treason or felony without trial.
Without trial. If Congress actually passes a law, 1, 2, 3, 4, if they pass a law and in fact you do not get a trial, that is prohibited under Article 1, Section 9. It is not legal. Go ahead, click it. And you see literally after the fact or retroactive, it's not allowed. Passing a law declaring someone innocent or guilty of a crime. Go ahead, touch the house. Pick me a category. Oh, Daniel. Go ahead, pick me a category. Gotta go. And Keon, go by them. Get away from me.
Judiciary for 2.
Judiciary for 2. Oh, I hope you watch the videos. What are the checks on the Supreme Court that the President and Congress have? First hand I see. How can they limit the power? This was from the video. 5. Uh-oh. 4. Gonna be a bad final. 3.
Can I
2. No. 1. Go ahead, click it. Checks on the Supreme Court. The Senate accepts or rejects presidential nominations. The Congress sets the number of members. So they actually set the membership of the court. Go ahead, touch the house. Y'all gave me the last correct answer. Pick me a category.
Yo, what is he doing?
Wait, why
Gotta pick a category.
didn't it black out?
I don't know what Daniel's doing.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead, Daniel. Okay, looks like Daniel got it that time. Good catch. That's plus points, Thomas. Thank you. 1.
What?
Go ahead. Pick me a category.
Judiciary 1.
Judiciary for 1. Big spender. What happens when there's a tie in the Supreme Court?
Oh, Christ.
First hand I see. What happens? Go ahead, Jasmine.
Can there be a tie?
-1.
No, no, no.
Please.
Wait,
That was a question.
that was because there's like the fact there's 9.
It can be even. Yeah, it can be even. If somebody recuses themselves, but let's just not answer that because I'm not going to. I have to test you on that now. But what happens? Who wins if there's a tie? Go ahead, click it. Could be some bad grades. Highest lower court decision is the statement of law. Pick me a category. Let's stay away from judiciary because nobody watched the video. So why don't y'all just stick with the things that we've covered in class, please?
Articles for 3.
Articles for 3.
This is absurd.
List of-
Jack Ryan. Y'all have it first. First, you'll have it next, but you've got it now. Who is Jack Ryan? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Who's Jack Ryan?
He was running for Senate in Illinois.
Yeah, he was. Jack Ryan was actually a Republican, and Jack Ryan was a Republican who was running for the United States Senate in Illinois. Go.
His wife said that he was asking him to go to
Wait. Did she say this, or how did this get out?
The Republican,
The
Democrats were
leaked it.
investigating his divorce documents.
Ah, he was getting ready to be elected as the Republican senator in Illinois. Hang on, a Democratic state. So the Democrats went through his divorce records to find some dirt. And what is it that they found?
They found that the wife decided to file for divorce
Yes.
because of the fact that he wanted her to have sex in public.
Sex in public, 1, 2, 3. Keon, focus on the people giving the answers. Go ahead, tell me more.
And go to sex clubs.
And go to sex clubs, 1, 2, 3. But there was something that was really bad that came out of all this. It was the sex clubs, it was the sex in public, and...
He just called it a crime.
Obama.
Yeah, and what about the crime?
She just was like crying about it, and she was very upset
He
about
said
it.
that crime was a
Oh,
turn-off.
yeah.
He said tears are a turnoff, baby. And all of a sudden, all of this came out. Now, in all of the classes, y'all were kind of mixed about this. This was your article.
Yeah.
You had it like a week and a half ago. You should know this. Okay, so what happened when this scandal broke?
Well,
5.
she said that after all this time, she did say that he would be a good senator.
And she said he was a good
And he
father,
was a
too.
He said he was a loving father. He was, I'm sure he would make a good senator, this kind of a thing. But what happened to his
He
campaign?
ended up dropping out.
He did end up dropping out. And who was it ultimately
That
that
was the
won?
Obama one.
That was the one that Barack won. 1, 2, 3. Y'all are now tied for first. Touch the house. Pick me a category. Gotta go. And Keon, stop it at 15 minutes, remember, okay?
And can I answer?
No. Go.
Yeah, ask me.
Articles. It has to be articles.
Okay, give me a point value.
4.
Articles for 4, she says.